my dear students. We have already started the first year, atomic structure. Part 1 was just introduction with the difference between SSLC and PUC. And part 2 was just we started what is an atom. Your actual study starts from here. So from the point of examination, from the point of scoring, your portion is going to start from just today. That is, we are going to start from atom. So already you know what is atom. Many times I repeated. It is the smallest particle of any matter. I explained what is the meaning of matter. It may be solid, it may be liquid, it may be gas. Then atom, paramanu. It is invisible, it is very small, and hence the properties of atom we are going to study too. One is atomic number. Even though according to your syllabus, atomic number they have removed, but we need it often and on. For electronic configuration, for everything we need this atomic number. So atomic number is represented by a symbol letter Z. Whenever they are giving the examination, okay, Z, you should understand it is atomic number. Then another one comes atomic weight. Atomic weight, it has 3 different ways: atomic weight or atomic mass, or even we call it as atomic weight is same, atomic mass is same, or even they are going to call it as mass number. Mass number. So all 3 means same. Mass number. So this is represented by a letter A. Okay? So very easy to understand. Atomic number is only one word we are going to use. Atomic weight is same. Atomic mass is same. And mass number is same. So just you have to concentrate. When they were going to ask weight, mass, then this is the what we are going to study. And as you know very well, atom is the smallest particle which is invisible to our eyes, and hence it is not possible as per the definition atomic weight, automatically weight of an atom. And you know very well how you are going to calculate the weight of any substance by weighing in a chemical balance or a physical balance. But since atoms cannot be held in hand, you cannot weigh them and you cannot give their atomic mass. And hence atomic mass is given on the basis of definitions. Okay? So first, what is atomic number? This atomic number is going to play a very important role in all aspects. So first of all, what is atomic number? Atomic number is net positive charge. Is net positive charge. Is net positive charge on the nucleus. Net positive charge on the nucleus of an atom. On the nucleus of an atom. Nucleus of an atom. What is nucleus? You know very well, the general meaning of nucleus is a very important part. A very important part or main part of that. So the nucleus that's present in the atom, whatever the positive charge is present on that atom, that we call atomic number. Since nucleus is made up of protons and neutrons, neutrons are chargeless particles and hence the net positive charge will be due to, we can also call it as the total number of protons, the total number of protons, okay, that are present in the nucleus. Total number of protons that are present in the nucleus of an atom, that are present in the nucleus of an atom, that we call atomic number. The total number of protons that are present, okay, in the nucleus of an atom. In the nucleus of an atom. So this is what you mean by atomic number. Nucleus of an atom. Okay. So atomic number, according to Moseley, a scientist, he proved it is a positive charge. Since positive charge in an atom is due to protons, so we can give the definition of atomic number as atomic number is the net positive charge on the nucleus of an atom, or the total number of protons that are present in the nucleus of an atom. Then what is atomic weight? Atomic weight or atomic mass or mass number. As I study, you know very well, in fundamental particles, electrons were having -1 charge and mass was negligible. And protons were positively charged, +1 charge, and mass almost 1. And the neutrons, they are going to have 0 charge and mass little more than 1, but it is taken as 1 only. And hence, this is going to be atomic number. And now mass is due to these two. Mass is, proton has mass, neutron has mass. Both are present in the nucleus of an atom, and hence atomic weight or atomic mass or mass number, this all is one, okay? This is defined as, atomic weight is defined as, this is defined as the sum of, defined as a sum of protons and neutrons. Sum of the protons and neutrons. Sum of the protons and neutrons, okay, that are present in the nucleus of an atom. That are present in the nucleus of an atom. In the nucleus of an atom. Okay? So very simple. These are massless, or mass is negligible, massless, and these are having mass, and neutron is having mass. And hence whatever atomic weight or question of mass comes, these two are going to play important role. That is the total number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom, that we are going to call as atomic weight, and hence atomic weight A will be equal to, if you are going to write, okay, atomic number already you know, Z plus N, if N is neutron. If you are going to use the symbol N for neutron, your atomic weight will be equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons, and hence atomic weight, atomic mass atomic mass number, all three will be equal to sum of protons and neutrons, okay, together if you want. Sum of protons and neutrons together that are present in the nucleus of an atom. Now, who is more? Z is equal to number of protons that are present in the nucleus, and this is number of protons plus number of neutrons. Hence, always in an atom, A is more than Z. Always A is more than Z, because it is two things, protons and neutrons, and Z belongs to only one, that is only proton or positive charge. Hence, atomic weight is always more than atomic number. You can also remember a simple method, A to Z. A comes first, A is big. Z comes last, that is less. Somehow you can remember a technique, a trick to remember A to Z. A is big, Z is small. Okay? So that is how just you can remember. Next, coming to the, what about electrons? What is the role of electrons? Because we talked only about protons and neutrons, and what about electrons? So, in a neutral atom, what is the meaning of neutral? Tatastha. That means there will be positive charge, there will be negative charge. Neutral, don't confuse. Charge illde ididalla. Neutral means ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜು ಇರ್ತದೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜು ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅವು ಎರಡು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ತಟಸ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ನಾವೇಂತೀವಿ ಸಂತರು ಸಾಧುಗಳು ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸಾಧುಗಳಿಗೆ ದುಃಖನೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಸಂತೋಷನೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸಂತೋಷ ಬಂದಾಗ ಉಬ್ಬಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ದುಃಖ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅಳ್ಕೋತ ಕೂಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಮಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಹಂಗೆ ಇನ್ ಎ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ದ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ protons must be equal to number of electrons. Number of protons must be equal to number of electrons. Number of electrons. That is positive charge. Okay? Positive charge should be equal to positive charge. Number of positive charge should be equal to number of negative charges. Number of negative charges. Such atom we are going to call it as a neutral atom. Okay? Remember, in the atom where number of protons and number of electrons are exactly equal, such atom is called neutral atom. And in any neutral atom, the condition is the number of protons must be equal to number of electrons. If number of protons and number of electrons are not equal, then they are called as ions. Okay, they are called as ions because we get ions from the atoms either by the loss or gain of electrons. When electrons are lost by an atom, so wherever an atom is going to lose electron, whenever an atom is going to lose electron or gain electron, both. So when it loses electron, it will get cation. That is, we get positive charge, okay, from a neutral atom. Okay, when a neutral atom, okay, loses electron, it will give cation, and when it gains electron, it will get ion. it will get Yanayan. Because the principle is protons and neutrons are equal, when electrons are lost, protons remains as it is, the positive charge will be more. Or you can remember like this, loses electron, negative charge is gone, so since it is going to donate the electron, these cations are positive ions. Cations are positive ions. Due to the loss of electrons, positive charge will be more in the nucleus. How much electrons are lost, that much positive charge will be there. If one electron lost, 1 plus charge, 2 electrons lost, 2 plus charge, because charge of one electron is -1. And whenever this is gained, protons remains as it is, but electrons are gained, hence we get Yanayan, they will get a negative ion. So these are negative ions. Okay? Then these cations, they are no way concerned with cat. Yanions, they are no way concerned with any other things. These names are given to ions, cations and yanions because these ions are attracted by cathode. These ions are attracted by cathode. So cathode is a negative end. Cathode is a negative end of any electric charge. Since negative end will attract positive end, because like poles repel each other, unlike poles attract each other, hence the ions which are attracted by cathode were given the name cations. And similarly, the ions which will be attracted by the anode. So remember this always, it is very easy for you to remember anode. Okay, so remember this plus is technique to remember. So this is positive end. This is positive end. And hence remember, my dear students, anode is a positive end. Yan ions are attracted, hence they are negative ions. Cathode is a negative end, and ions attracted towards cathode, okay, are positive ions, and hence they are called cations. And scientific history, now it is not necessary for you. I will take it whenever you feel it necessary. And hence in a neutral atom, number of protons will be equal to number of electrons. Positive charge will be equal to negative charge. And hence, in case of a neutral atom, atomic number Z, we can also define. Atomic number Z also means, atomic number Z is also the total number of electrons. The total number of electrons present, very important. Atomic number Z in case of neutral atom is also the total number of electrons present where? Present in an atom, not a nucleus. Because electrons cannot be present in the nucleus, because in the nucleus protons are present. If electrons are going to be present in the nucleus, the atomic model is spoiled. And hence electrons are present outside the nucleus, and hence electrons are called extranuclear part. Electrons are extranuclear part. They are not present in the nucleus. They are extranuclear particles. Where they are present, how they are present, that all we are going to study in the Rutherford atomic model, in Bohr model, and different models have been kept. how these protons are arranged, neutrons are arranged, and where electrons are present, and for that different atomic models were put forwarded, that we are going to study later on. So atomic number can be defined as totally the net positive charge or the total number of protons that are present in the nucleus of an atom. In case of a neutral atom only, okay, if atom is neutral without any charge, plus charge or minus charge, then number of protons will be equal to number of electrons. At that time, we can also define atomic number is the total number of electrons present not in the nucleus, present in an atom. For protons, nucleus comes. For neutrons, nucleus comes. But for electrons, the atom will come. Totally they are present in the atom. So this is about atomic number, atomic weight or atomic mass or mass number, whatever you can use. Then electrons are extranuclear part. They are not present in the nucleus. Leaving the nucleus, where they are present, how they are present, and how they are arranged, that all we are going to study in detail in models. Next we are going to just study, that is, they may ask you, what are nucleons? What are nucleons? Okay, just for 1 mark, what are nucleons? Very simple it is. What are nucleons? Okay, anybody can answer. Nucleons are nothing but they are also particles, just like Indian. What are Indians? The population, the persons living in India are called Indians. Like that, nucleons are nothing but the particles present in nucleus. The particles, fundamental particles, the particles that are present. The particles that are present in the nucleus, present in the nucleus of an atom, present in the nucleus of an atom, present in the nucleus of an atom. Okay? And hence, nucleons are nothing but, or you can write, these are what particles are present in the nucleus? Protons and neutrons. These are protons and neutrons. Remember, together. These are protons and neutrons. Protons and neutrons. These are protons and neutrons together. So you write together only once. Okay? Don't split. Together you have to write only one. Okay? At a stretch, don't split it. If you are going to split two differently, get differently, the meaning will be different. So together should be written only once. So these are protons and neutrons together present in the nucleus. Present in the nucleus. So what are nucleons if they are going to ask you? The nucleons are the particles present in the nucleus, or they are the protons and neutrons together will form nucleons. If they ask you, give an example for fundamental particles, you can give example, proton is an example, electron is an example, neutron is an example. But when they are going to ask you, give an example for nucleon, you are not allowed to write electron, because electron is an extranuclear part. So the example for nucleons will be either proton or a neutron or both. Doesn't matter. So this is about atomic number, atomic mass, and nucleons. Next, usually, number of neutrons, how you are going to calculate. If you know the atomic number, and if it is a neutral atom, atomic number will give you atomic number, that is Z, will give you number of protons or number of electrons in case of a neutral atom. So Z will give you both. Then atomic mass or mass number, whatever you can call, A, this will give you sum of protons and neutrons. Sum of protons and neutrons, or you can use small letter n, doesn't. Sum of protons and neutrons. So atomic number is given by protons or electrons. If atomic number is known to you, you can directly say if it is a neutral atom. If you know the number of protons, automatically number of electrons are equal. Then what about the number of neutrons? So the number of neutrons can be obtained. A very simple relation. Number of neutrons in any atom, neutral atom, can be obtained. Number of neutrons in any atom can be obtained by the difference between bigger minus smaller. Bigger is Z. Am I right? No. Bigger is A. So atomic mass minus atomic number. Atomic mass minus atomic number. That is, N is equal to A minus Z. A minus Z. And automatically, A will be equal to, same thing we get, Z plus N. Okay? So, Z will carry either protons or electrons. And hence, the common in both is protons. If you subtract, so atomic mass minus atomic number, you will get this. If you want one simple example, sodium, atomic number is 11, atomic weight is 23. So there is no charge or anything on sodium. So this will give you automatically the number of protons will be 11 or number of electrons will be 11. Then atomic number of neutrons will be N is equal to 23 minus 11, that is 12 neutrons are present. So 12 plus 11, 23 is the atomic weight. So this is actually not according to syllabus, atomic number is not mentioned, but this is most essential for you for further study. So next part I am going to take you, this is actually we have study started from today. Next we are going to talk about Bohr's model, because Thomson model has been removed, Rutherford model has been removed. But before starting Bohr's model, we need some background like electromagnetic radiations, their properties, Planck quantum theory. That I will take next class. Thank you very much.